Hi everyone, I'm Jeff with the Tattooed Spirit. I wanted to make a short video before I get into the descriptions of the cards and how to use the cards in your daily life to have a better understanding of how I work as a hypnotherapist with the cards and the subconscious mind and subconscious programming, because it's important that you understand consciously kind of why we're going about this whole process. That it's not about luck, it's not about anything really even mystical or magical. It's about giving the deeper part of you some light so that you can access what kind of patterns are in there that have been guiding your life in one way or the other. I'm hoping you're going to gain some clarity, and maybe you keep finding the same kind of relationships or the work environment or the same type of income level. You know, it's generally people always stay at the same income level regardless of their desires. And the reason that is because in your subconscious mind, there is very safe places to go. And that doesn't mean pleasurable or wanted or desired. That only means safe because it's familiar. Anything unfamiliar to you is going to be very hard to change because you got your subconscious just gearing you into the way that it knows is familiar, regardless of how much you consciously want something different. Okay? And the images come into play because we all share. Carl Jung had talked about this. Jung had talked about this as far as what an archetype means, about the power of an image, and how in the collective unconscious there is just a general understanding of all the layers of meanings based on just what an apple is, or based on generally what a sunset means. That we all have pretty common understandings of certain images, deeper meanings. And that's what the tarot, the 78 cards of the tarot, allow us to do. To use a little bit of our conscious mind, where we want to understand a little bit consciously what this card means and how it's described. But it's more important to get out of the way. And I'll just use a quick example here. I brought this card up before, but it's really, really super good. It's this very first card of the major cards, of the 22 major cards. Now, upon first flipping this card over for my clients, they read fool, and they immediately have this negative connotation to fool as being foolish or laughed at. But the power of this card is actually in the image. Because if you don't know, you're going to know right now that your subconscious thinks in images. When I ask you to imagine an elephant, you think of you can picture, visualize, or imagine an elephant. And to change subconscious programmings, to get you out of old patterns, that's what we as hypnotherapists use, is guided imagery, so that you can close your eyes, visualize, and imagine a different scenario. And then you're in this state, this very comfortable state of what we call hypnosis, but understand that it's a very natural state. I might make a video just briefly next about what hypnosis is and how it's natural and nothing to be scared of and all that stuff. But as far as how tarot is used in therapy and in your own personal spiritual growth to change your life, is that once you have an understanding of the cards, you sit back and you see the relation of that cards to the other cards. But we're going to start with one card spreads first, because that's really all you need to do, is be inspired and be guided by one card at a time. You sort of get out of the way of what you consciously know about that one card, and then you allow the card to then, in essence, and I don't even like this phrase myself when I say it, to speak to you. Okay? Like this particular image here. Regardless of what it says full, you sort of allow this archetype of an image to sort of sink into you. And when you pay attention and you can allow yourself to realize that this character is joyously about to go somewhere, to make a journey, that this card's about new beginnings and optimism and expectations, positive expectations, you get to realize that when this card comes up, this is the spirit in which you should be approaching that particular subject in which you requested a little bit of guidance about with this card. And when it comes in reversed, as a general rule, there are exceptions, and we'll be going into those. As a general rule, when a card comes in reverse, that means that the particular quality of that card has been blocked. So when you have a particular inquiry about how would I best go about this new job promotion that I'm going in to ask my boss today or whatever, and you happen to pull this particular card, what this means is that it may not be that you are being guided and inspired with optimism, but there may be some fear and hesitation that could be holding you back. Okay, you can kind of get the oppositeness of the spirit of this card when it comes in reversed. It just pretty much means that there's a block to that positive expectation, and it might be better served if you sort of sit and you really contemplate how possible it is, how almost maybe even inevitable it is for you to have a positive experience in going in and having this conversation with your boss. So that's a very quick summation, and we're going to get into a lot of good juicy details and how you use different cards together. But with the one card, that's how this particular full card is. We'll probably start with this card in the next video, okay? Or the videos with the tarots. We're going to talk maybe about the subconscious mind next, okay? So anyway, don't be a fool, or I should say, be a fool. Go into your day with positive expectations and new beginnings to find new opportunities at every turn. And I will see you in the next video very, very shortly. Thank you.